Everybody shut up and action. Is Crash Course in Romance a good K-drama? Hell yeah, this is an amazing romance drama movie and it is beautiful. It's the story of this guy who's fully devoted himself to being a prep school teacher to help students prepare for college entry exams, high school entry exams and whatnot, just helping them learn mathematics. He's good at mathematics, he loves mathematics, and he wants to teach students so that they can do well on their he's teaching them in a prep school so that they can do well on their exams. This is a big school that is popular. Everyone wants to get into it because they want their kids to go. They want them to get their extra studies in so that they can do well on these exams because that's the culture in Korea. But yeah, this guy, his school, like he's like a complete celebrity, like actor level status in these communities because all the parents want to hit their students to learn from him. Yeah, there's also these rivals prep schools where they're like, oh my god, see, the prep answers just came out, we're racing to see who can answer them first and give a comprehensive understanding of how to answer every question. Oh my god, who will make a mistake first? Well, which teacher can do all these questions the fastest and with the highest accuracy? Oh my god, it's a race. And it's like, to us in the West, it's kind of like, this is so dumb, but it's so exciting and fun to watch. In there, it's probably a lot more serious. I can't speak for them. I didn't grow up in that type of setting, even though my parents kind of did. But, you know, it was just a really fun watch. You're seeing this entire dynamic of this character and how he comes to fall in love with the mother of a student who wants to try and put herself into this school so that she can do better in her studies because she was doing well without the studies, but she could do better with them. And it's this entire dynamic that follows the character, the teacher and this woman and how they interact. Because this teacher, he has flaws. Like he genuinely can't eat. He's on the verge of dying because he can't stomach any food, and for some reason the only food he is able to stomach is the side dishes from her shop. So, yeah, that is a really cute dynamic to already play and present from the get-go. And there's already this dynamic also of her not liking him because he does some bad stuff apparently. And he falls in love with her, she falls in love with him. It's a typical drama, bro. You're kind of hooked from episode 1. You can't stop putting it down. Like, I could not stop watching episode after episode. One thing I might have wanted was a little more dynamic between the woman's kid and the teacher. I feel like that felt a little lacking and just heavy focus on there when the kid should have also played a bigger role. But, like, it was fine. It was nothing too bad. It was just something it just made me crave for in this movie, but in the show. But it's fine. Like the entire dynamic between the teacher and the mother, it was really, really interesting to watch, especially when you get into the story behind both of them and how they know each other and how they evolve to like each other and whatnot. You kind of know how things are going to progress, but there are all these twists and turns that kind of surprise you and still have you hooked through and through. There's this serial killer going around killing anyone that criticizes the teacher too, so you're like, huh? Okay, how does this play into things? And it's like two stories being told at once, where at times you completely forgot one story is being told, but then it comes back and you're like, oh my god, I forgot this was happening, and it just kind of develops itself together in a beautiful way where you're forgetting it's happening, but at the same time you're aware it's happening, and when it's happening, you're kind of hooked. Like, you're constantly in a state of thrill where you're like, I'm at the edge of my seat. I need to know what happens next. Even with just the subtle romance details on how these characters' dynamics fit together and work together. Oh, the teacher doesn't like that he's dating her, that he's with her mom. Oh, that could give her daughter an advantage and not my daughter. That's a no-no. That's a no-no. Like, there are so many character dynamics in this movie that really have you hooked and entertained. This movie is just an absolute beauty. I mean, this show, I keep calling it a movie, but goddamn, this show is an absolute beauty. I fell in love with the characters, the kids, the adults, everything in this movie, the dynamics between all these characters and how they revolve around together with the story that's just growing and you're learning about as you progress. It is a beauty. Honestly, I really enjoyed this show. It is one of the best K-dramas I've seen, romance dramas I've seen. K-dramas always tend to be good from what I've seen so far, but like, yeah, this was a really entertaining show. I really fell in love with it. I give this one a solid 85%. I really loved it. I definitely have rewatched it. It is kind of immersive, but mostly rewatchable. But I really loved it. I'd highly suggest you check it out if you want to try a romance drama. That is Crash Course in Romance. Peace.